Welcome to Withdraw Consent. I'm Jack. This is Victor. Today, Victor has some theories about media and programming you. And take it away.
Yeah. So this is just stuff I've noticed, watching TV and thinking about things I've watched in the past. And there's just these patterns that I see now that I know, what the actual things are in life.
Right.
And it's amazing that things just get reinforced, like who the bad guy is. This isn't something you learned in school and they stopped telling you this. They're telling you all the time. And so none of these are like rules, like it has to be this way. I'm just saying, check these out. And as you're watching different things, see if you notice the same things that I'm saying.
So you're just going to tell us individual observations, or are these patterns?
It's individual things that point to a pattern.
Okay.
A couple things that point to this. And so the first thing I'm going to go through, you've watched the movie V for Vendetta.
Yeah.
And the bad guys are the religious right, basically.
The fascists, yes.
Yes, right. I mean, that one's an easy one to just put out there. What colors were their flags?
Red, black, and
red, black. So my theory is, watch how many times the bad guys are red and black.
Okay.
And then that goes back to wearing a Nazi wearing a black uniform with a red armband.
Okay.
Darth Vader, red or black with a red lightsaber.
Okay.
All the way through to, I see currently, I've been playing Helldivers a little bit. The bad guy robots, black and red.
Wow.
Like it's just something that shows up, and you're taught that those are the evil colors. And in my mind, I wonder who were the bad guys before this.
Wait, what color is our logo for this
what
show?
Oh, that's right. No, but that means we're the good guys.
I know.
Right.
That's funny though. Yeah.
Okay. So just remember the color thing as
Okay.
you're watching and who the bad guys are and whatnot.
This makes me want to watch all the movies all over again and just track it like TV shows. I want to see.
Yeah, like keep a list. So I really don't watch new stuff. So I just, I've got my Blu-ray collection or whatever, and all I do is watch old stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
And so I see all these things.
Okay.
And so this one is kind of connected. I sent you a picture of this, I don't know, a year or two ago. I was watching through Breaking Bad. When we got to, it's about the last season, there was this German company that they had one person who was bad.
I remember. Yeah. Because they were getting the materials that they needed.
To the chicken dude.
Right.
I forget his name. And anyway, the dude commits suicide once the chicken guy...
Right, in the bathroom.
Right, yes, exactly.
Right.
So then, of course, they have to answer to the FBI because America is the world police or whatever. So all of the representatives...
The German company?
The German company flies to America to have a big meeting with FBI.
Okay.
So they didn't do anything wrong. They had a bad person who was the bad guy. So they're at this long conference table. The FBI is on one side, the Germans on the other side. And I literally paused the TV, took a picture with my phone, and sent it to you and asked you which group is the Germans. And it's the side that's all wearing black. They literally didn't do anything, but Germans have to be the bad guys.
So what is the other side wearing? Just
white,
a variety of
just light colors. It's literally like good and bad is at this table, even though nobody did anything bad at the table.
Interesting.
So anyway, I thought that was interesting.
I wonder if they're doing this like subliminally, like the Germans, This is how you guys got to dress. Or are they actively doing this like, okay, what's the procedure? Germans, black,
Yes, I've thought about that because I don't think that Hollywood has a binder of if you're portraying bad guys, they need to be this.
Okay.
But I think at some point they started doing it with that in mind, and now that's just what you do. Like if you think of a bad guy, well, black with red stripes or whatever.
They're not bad guys. Just because they're Germans.
But anyone who grows up now will think that.
Okay. Gotcha.
And the German people have to be.
This is like a very subtle programming.
Yeah, but in my mind, this is a reinforcement of things. All right, so this next one kind of goes into, on a TV show, are the bad guys really the bad guys? So we're going to talk about Die Hard 2. This is the one at the airport. I don't know, has it been forever since you've seen it?
I don't even know if I've seen the whole thing. I know you
gotcha.
hate me, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, the U.S. has arrested some military dictator from South America, and he was supposedly, involved in drugs and fighting the communists. So there's American troops that have sworn allegiance or whatever to this dude because they believe he's fighting the actual fight of keeping the communists away. So these Americans are in the airport and they call the media lady a reporter like Kami and Pinko and that type of thing. So from a global perspective, they're the good guys in my mind, and Bruce Willis is the bad guy. He's trying to stop the guys that are fighting communists. Now I know they have to make them seem like the bad guys because
it's America in World War II.
Right? Yeah, but
stop the guys who are going to crush the communists.
Right, but I mean, this is like late 80s.
Yeah.
We were still way just out of the Cold War towards the end, and I can't believe everyone just accepted this as these were the bad guys.
Right.
So anyway, I thought that was
even during that period, it should be everybody should just know that they're not the bad guys.
right.
Wow.
Yeah, you would think. All right, so now this one goes back a couple decades. So confession, I was way into wrestling, late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay.
And one of the ways that they tell you who the bad guy is, the bad guy comes out and will just start mocking the city. Like, I've never seen so many rednecks, and you're the fattest city I've ever been in. Just stuff like that. And so boo, boo, boo.
Yeah.
The other way that they do it is they'll take a character that's supposed to be from a different country. Canadians or French, people that are traditionally Americans mock. And these people come out and they just tell you the truth. They tell you, the Canadians will come out and say, your education system is terrible, your diets are terrible, look how fat you are, just all the stuff that's true. And the French guys, after 9/11, they come out and they're like, who are you to invade other countries and force your way of life on other people? What gives you that authority? Just all the stuff that we say. But the Americans are so trained to not think about that and be offended that they're booing these people. Instead of going, dang, they're kind of right.
Right.
That's really going on. So I was thinking about myself back then, and in my mind, I knew there was truth to it, but you were trained like, that's not patriotic. Like, no.
Right. It's like your mind just passes it by.
Yeah, and just writes it off because America.
Right.
And it's so ingrained in you.
Interesting.
And, my mind, I've got this picture of, the people, the CIA or whoever who are working on what we're going to train Americans to do, and they're watching wrestling. They're like, look, they're booing the truth. Excellent. This is great.
Wow.
We're doing great.
This is like a metric of programming.
It's like a real-time poll.
Yeah.
Of
now do backwoods Indiana.
Right.
Are they onto us?
Right.
Nope.
Do the rednecks know? No.
Yeah.
Big cities? Oh, no. They don't know either.
Wow.
And I just, looking back, I was like, that's amazing to me.
Amazing.
All right. So, episode of Stargate.
Just a TV show?
Yeah.
SG-1?
Plot doesn't matter. Yeah, SG-1.
Okay.
American squad goes to another planet. The planet they land on is on one continent. We'll call them the good guys. The good guys are at war with the people on another continent, the bad guys. The good guys are losing. They have way less people. They're running out of power for their shield, but they have better technology. So whereas they're fighting with drones in the air, the bad guys have people. And so the Americans are like, give us your drone technology and we'll give you medicine and food and heavy water to help power your shields. That is until they find out that the good guys are practicing eugenics and are trying to breed for is that the right word?
Yeah, it is. But what form of eugenics? Are they aborting every ugly baby? Are they using science?
No, I thought of Gattaca. What was that? It's
so
they're trying to find
DNA
good match,
testing,
trying to get better
and then
people.
naturally having.
Yeah. And then at that point, the good guys are now the bad guys, and you weren't even worthy of medical supplies or food. We're withdrawing it all, and good luck. And I was just like, just for having a different opinion?
It's amazing because they could do the bad form of eugenics.
Right.
They could be like, that 2-year-old, we just found out that 2-year-old has a birth defect, and then feed him to a lion or something. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, that's inhumane. That's a kid. You know what I mean? No. They're doing the...
Yeah. But just blown away. And I've seen the episode multiple times, but I've never thought about it. Oh yeah, that's an evil thing to do because I've been programmed to think that.
Wait, what about Wrath of Khan? Weren't they eugenics people now that I think about it? Star Trek, the movie.
Right.
Remember? And then the race
2.
of blonde-haired people. And then they had been frozen or something.
It's been a really long time since I've seen that.
Yeah. But they were all like Superman, and they were like the Nazis of the thing.
Oh, okay.
Pretty wild. Okay.
I'll have to watch that now and remember.
I haven't seen it in a long time, too, so I'm just going off of memory.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so this last one is a little bit off from the other ones, but it's just a slight pattern that I've noticed where you watch some shows and the Jewish guy who's playing a Jew on a show, like a comedy show, is the worst character on the show, just from a moral perspective. So one show is called The League, and it's fantasy football, and there's a bunch of friends, and they just talk crap to each other. But the Jewish guy, he's awful, and the people in the show know he's awful, and you're the worst and all this. But what if you just know that you're better than everyone else? Oh, then that's just how you act.
Oh, I see.
And so I start noticing that. I recently watched a couple episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is Larry David, who created Seinfeld.
Okay.
And so it's almost a improv type thing, but they've got an idea of where they want to go. And the first time I watched it, it's him just being in all these awkward situations. He thinks that's funny, and it does end up being funny. But now when I watch it, he's in these bad situations because he treats everybody terribly. And he's the Jewish guy playing the Jewish guy on the show. And if you don't think you're better than everyone else, you don't act like this. He doesn't think people need apologies, and he has to think of other people and that type of thing. And
I just feel like on this one, this is different than all the others.
It is.
This one is just the fact that you have Jewish producers, Jewish directors, Jewish actors, all telling, but they're portraying their view of the world.
It's almost a flaunting of,
right. Like you can't see it as a humble Mexican gardener.
Right.
You can't fathom that. You can't create that. You can't. It's not in your wheelhouse.
Yeah. So this isn't like a programming type thing.
Okay.
I almost see it as we're showing you the real thing, but you're not going to even see it. Almost like they're hiding the truth in front of you or something like that. It's just another pattern that it seems like is showing up in my head. And so basically that's what I got.
Okay, I got one.
Okay. Cool.
Maybe you know about this, or maybe they don't. I don't know.
Sure.
But do you know about the controversy behind Starship Troopers? The movie?
No, like a recent controversy?
Nah, it's the old movies from the 90s,
Yeah, but
this has been going on.
Oh, it is. Okay.
But check this out. Okay, I was watching Lauren Chen video. I'll link it below just to give her proper respect because this is all from her. But basically, so the guy, you read the book?
Yes.
Okay, Heinlein, cool. So the book's completely different than the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, they're in the body armor or something flying down in the book? Okay, so basically, the guy didn't read the book who made the movie.
Okay.
He's a hardcore communist.
Oh.
And so he decided to make it as a satire about fascism.
Okay.
That's why they're all in Nazi uniforms.
Mm.
And then I'm looking at the screenshots and I'm like, I never recognized. I didn't even notice they're full SS uniforms.
Really?
They're gray. The uniforms are sick,
okay.
And they're all fit. They're all in good shape.
Yep.
They're multiracial though. They're progressive. They shower together, men and women in the thing.
Yep.
But he's trying to, and so do you remember how it's kind of corny and they flash those things on scene like a news announcement?
Oh yeah, democracy and
that's fascist propaganda.
Okay.
But it's not. And so he makes this terrible satire that's so terrible. I'm going to put on the screen whether or not the guy who did this is Jewish, but I'm just going to go 150% yes.
Okay, gotcha.
But I might be wrong. I'll put it up on the screen and his name. And so basically, he makes this ludicrous satire that's so stupid that nowadays it's in vogue today, if you're a commie or a socialist, to go on and defend the bugs position against the fascists.
Oh, okay.
So you have to take the anti-human position and you
Right.
say, those humans landed on Clandathu without even looking to see if there are any bugs there. That's what started the whole thing. It's the humans and their colonialism.
Oh, okay.
So you can bomb their home planet and blow up Buenos Aires?
Right.
No, you can wipe them out. They came to your zone. And if people disappear, they're not going back.
Sure.
I'm just going to assume mission failed,
Yeah.
right? Or send a search party and you don't find them and you just go away. But you bomb their anyways. So just wild. I just thought that this was interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
kind of adjacent to what you were talking about. And you've seen the movie, so I thought it was valuable.
Well, like I said, Helldivers is that.
Oh, right.
That is the
Helldivers
same thing.
New thing, right?
Right, but it's democracy and do your part. And
is it really?
It's exactly the same thing with the same news stuff, and it's like you're
now
playing in that
I want
movie.
to go on YouTube and watch a couple minutes of
Yeah.
it because you had been telling me about it. Okay, what do you guys think? Do you guys I bet you they got some ideas about the black and the red and some other ideas. I'd love to hear them in the comments below. And if you appreciate what we're doing here, appreciate it if you subscribe. We're trying to make it to 1,000, so eventually we can be monetized in some future world. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.